At that time, I used to work in Dhaka, and once when I came home, I asked a rickshaw puller at the market, "Uncle, will you go to Bhatpur?" Upon hearing my carefully chosen words, the rickshaw puller's eyes, which had previously held a weary expression, grew incredibly wide with a profound sense of astonishment. It wasn't just him. All the other rickshaw pullers who were gathered nearby also reacted in precisely the same way, their faces reflecting a collective and undeniable shock at what they had just heard. The rickshaw pullers were all utterly stunned and completely taken aback. Then, slowly steadying himself, one of them said in a deeply fearful and hesitant voice, "No, respected uncle, I genuinely cannot go in that particular direction. There's a significant problem. If it were still broad daylight, I could have gladly taken you, but now it's well past 10 o'clock at night, so..." The entire marketplace was absolutely teeming with people, a vibrant and bustling scene where countless individuals moved about, creating a dense human tapestry. Despite this overwhelming throng, a considerable number of rickshaw pullers were patiently waiting, their empty rickshaws lined up, seemingly available for hire. Yet, to my utter dismay and growing frustration, I simply could not locate a single individual among them who was willing to undertake the journey to the specific destination of Bhatpur, a fact that struck me as quite perplexing given the apparent availability of transportation. The market is a place where buyers and sellers interact to exchange goods and services. Just as I had anticipated, I started walking with 2 heavy bags firmly in my hands, making my way through the dark, quiet night. Tomorrow is Eid, yet I don't observe any special or festive preparations whatsoever in our village. There's a profound silence all around, a deep and pervasive stillness. Suddenly, I clearly see an empty rickshaw steadily heading towards our village. Without a moment's hesitation or delay, I called out to the rickshaw puller, "Uncle, will you go to Bhatpur?" His entire face was completely covered with a piece of worn cloth, but he gently stopped the rickshaw and with a nod told me to get in. Without any further hesitation, I promptly got on the rickshaw, ready for the journey ahead. Why walk on foot when you can ride in style? Rickshaw, a traditional mode of transport. This road isn't good at all. At night, no one really travels this way. No. Everyone says that all sorts of addicts, from the most desperate to the subtly dependent, have been frequently seen lurking and loitering in this particular overgrown and somewhat notorious vegetable patch. By that point in our journey, we had already comfortably reached the very heart and middle of the expansive ancient banyan grove, its massive roots dangling like thick gnarled ropes from the towering branches, creating a dense, almost mystical canopy above us. After proceeding just a little bit further, perhaps a mere stone's throw, I would undoubtedly reach the bustling and familiar bus stand, a hub of activity and a gateway to other destinations. I had simply taken the rickshaw, a somewhat rickety but reliable mode of local transport, and it had steadily crossed the entirety of the vast sprawling grove, its path winding through the dappled sunlight and deep shadows until we finally arrived at the very edge of the busy and somewhat chaotic bus stand. Suddenly, with an unexpected jolt and a slight creak of its worn mechanisms, the rickshaw came to an abrupt and complete stop. With a swift, practiced motion, pulling back the heavy clanking chain that secured the canopy, Saheb, the rickshaw driver, a figure of quiet authority and familiar presence, appeared directly in front of me, his gaze steady and his demeanor calm, ready to address whatever had caused our sudden halt. Given that you are an exceptionally well-informed and educated individual, possessing a profound understanding and appreciation for knowledge, I am compelled to present you with something truly significant and inherently valuable. This offering is not merely a trivial item, but rather a substantial contribution designed to resonate with your intellectual curiosity and discerning judgment, providing genuine benefit and enriching your already extensive repertoire of insights and experiences. It is a gesture intended to acknowledge your intellectual prowess and to offer a resource that will genuinely enhance your pursuits and further your understanding in a meaningful way. And the substantial amount of money you will graciously give to me, you can personally go and deliver it yourself. Saheb, since it is truly not at all possible for me to physically go there, I am earnestly requesting this of you. I am kindly requesting you to do so. Take this money here first for now. I said, since you are indeed telling me this, I will certainly take a refreshing bath, but please tell me just one crucial thing. Did you yourself personally go and actually get the money? We are referring to all the financial resources, every single penny, every dollar, every currency unit, and all the accumulated wealth that is currently available or has been gathered. This encompasses the entirety of monetary assets, funds, and capital that are at our disposal or under consideration. Uncle, what's inside the sack? And why exactly did you make me do this particular task? Let me tell you something in very simple and straightforward language. Please don't be offended by my words. I'm just speaking my honest and unfiltered mind, you see. Take it simply, without overthinking or complicating matters. Just embrace the straightforward approach and let things unfold naturally, making the process as easy and uncomplicated as possible for everyone involved. They brutally beat me, inflicting severe pain, then roughly stuffed my battered body inside a coarse, suffocating sack right at the very end of the bustling market, a place usually filled with life and commerce, and subsequently buried me deep within the cold, unforgiving ground. Just imagine, you, my trusted friend, will undertake the arduous journey to that desolate spot, meticulously recover my lifeless body from its shallow grave, and then, with utmost respect and solemnity, arrange for a proper and dignified funeral prayer, ensuring my soul finds peace. When they commence the grim act of burying me, the entire harrowing scene vividly floats before my eyes, meaning every detail, every sensation, every agonizing moment becomes incredibly clear and sharply defined to me. In a mere split second, an instant that feels both eternal and fleeting, everything around me, the entire world as I knew it, transforms and... As soon as he uttered these words, a profound silence descended upon the bustling street. The rickshaw puller, who had been standing there just moments before, seemed to dissolve into thin air, vanishing completely from sight in what felt like the blink of an eye. His sudden and inexplicable departure left an undeniable void, leaving onlookers bewildered and questioning the reality of what they had just witnessed. The significant news quickly spread throughout the entire surrounding area, causing quite a stir and much discussion. Then, together with the kind and compassionate local residents, meticulous arrangements were carefully made for his proper burial, and he was respectfully interred after the solemn Eid prayer. Approximately a full week later, as I was diligently packing my own personal bag, I quite unexpectedly discovered some money. This significant amount of money absolutely had to be handed over to his grieving mother, so around the late hour of midnight, I quietly went to Rafiqul Islam's beloved mother to respectfully give her what her dear son had unfortunately left behind. Money, in its most basic form, serves as a medium of exchange, facilitating transactions for goods and services within an economy. Please understand that you should not continue to search for me any longer. What you are perceiving is merely a product of your own imagination, a figment of your mind playing tricks on you. It is imperative that you return to your home immediately, as this particular road is incredibly perilous and fraught with numerous dangers, especially once darkness descends and the night truly sets in. There is absolutely no legitimate reason for anyone to be present in this desolate location at such an ungodly and late hour, as it poses a significant risk to personal safety and well-being. She was feeling quite unwell. And last time, we were discussing some very important and interesting topics, weren't we?